Okay, story time. So I just went to the Seattle Convention Center Oddities Expo. I didn't get any footage of it because it was absolutely packed, and all the booths were completely full. It was shoulder to shoulder, so I wouldn't have been able to get very good footage of it anyway. Um, but it was good to see that every vendor had a shit ton of people lined up. Um, I did get a couple things, but I'll show you what I got first. So I stopped at a local shop in Seattle who was vending called Ballyhoo. For anyone interested in checking them out, go check them out. They're awesome. And I picked up this vintage ringneck pheasant, which is awesome. Super big. And it was only $2.45, so I don't know if anyone has better pricing on something like that, but I feel like that's pretty good. So I went ahead and grabbed that. And then I also grabbed from the same shop something really cool. Give me a second here. I know this is kind of weird not doing the ASMR thing. I'm not one for talking. But I picked up this female Chamka baboon. And this was, can't remember exactly how much it was. It was $275, which some of the other vendors did have these baboons as well, but they were like 300, 400. So this was, from what I could tell, was the best priced one, and it was the only one that they had. So I went ahead and picked that up. So stoked about that. And then no one talked to me the whole time I was there until I was walking around with that pheasant. So good conversation starter. Anyone, trying to talk to anybody and not one for talking and social interaction. So walk around with a big pheasant. That'll do it. And then the drive home. So I'm a homebody. Right, I don't get out much. I hate Seattle with a passion. But I had to go. Right, it was kind of obligatory. I missed last year's convention, so I went. And so getting out of Seattle was a fucking nightmare. My GPS, every like 300 feet I'd stop, my GPS would reroute my direction, right? And it would tell me to go one way after it told me to be where I was. And so I just kind of did a weird squiggly loop in Seattle till I found a freeway. I didn't care what direction it was heading in. I just, get me out of here. Get me out of the city. So I hop on it, and I needed to go south on I-5 South, and the freeway I got on was north. So I didn't care. Just get me out of this goddamn city. So I'm headed north, and traffic is just absolutely horrible. Of course, so I believe Seattle is the #1 rated worst city to drive in, which it is. I can attest to that. I've lived in various other states. and Seattle absolutely sucks. So after that, finally got through south and got home. It was just absolute nightmare. And I was ranting and raving in the car about a bunch of shit, and now I can't remember what it is because I'm home now and I'm safe. But it was stressful. The convention was awesome. The Seattle is garbage. So if you ever come to Seattle, or if you're from Seattle, then you know what I'm talking about. But definitely go to the Oddities Expo in Seattle if you're in town. It's definitely worth it. Show up early because the parking garage is okay. There was room, but if you show up a little too late, that it fills up quick. Oh yeah, that's right. So after I bought the pheasant and the baboon skull, I went to go pay for parking and couldn't figure out how the hell to do that because you get a ticket when you enter, and then you pay before you leave, and so and I again like I don't get out that much, so it's all something I've never done before, and so I'm trying to figure out how to get the ticket in and scan it or whatever, and someone else walks up and I asked them if they know how to do it, and he said no, he didn't know how to do it either, but between the two of us, he figured it out. He's an absolute genius, and if you're watching this, good job, thank you. And there's this little light box at the bottom you're supposed to put the ticket barcode up to and scan that, and then you can pay for it. So I did that, went to go pay for it. Guess what? The car got declined, right? And I say, well, that's not good. My card shouldn't be getting declined. I have money in the bank, and so I call the bank to figure out like what's going on, and I tried a couple of times, just decline. I'm looking for a place to put cash because I had cash. It's $10 to pay. It was like, just take my money, let me leave, please. And so I called the bank and have to go through that whole fun process for the fraud protection of getting my card activated again, so I can get the hell out of there. And that took like 20 minutes. What a pain in the ass. Absolutely hate doing that. And my bank does it to me every time I like go somewhere. So just to show you how much I really don't really go anywhere or do anything. Which I probably should get out more, to be honest. But maybe it would be less stressful. But yeah, so that was fun. And then the whole getting the fuck out of the goddamn city was such a stressful pain in the ass. But anyway, so that's all I got for you. I wish I could have gotten more footage, or any footage exactly, to show you guys of the convention, because it was cool. It was packed. There's a lot of good stuff in there. A lot of overpriced stuff as well, of course. That's to be expected. And a lot of stuff that you can get from Amazon and Big Bugs and whatnot, and of course marked up. So avoid that stuff, and get things, if you go, get things like I did that normally wouldn't be able to acquire from Amazon or anything like that outside of a local oddity shop, So definitely worth going to and checking it out. So I'm going to shut up now.